happy Wednesday. Anybody that walked to school today on National Walk to School Day, I hope you had a good walk. Ours was a little bit chilly, but, you know, we did it. The kids dressed appropriately, and away we go. If you have any questions, throw them in the comments. I will answer them for you. But if not, let's get going. Let's get started. So today we're going to focus on 3 muscle groups, the biceps, the triceps, and the serratus anterior, which is not a super common muscle group to focus on when you're thinking about strengthening, but it really is helpful in keeping your shoulder socket where it needs to be and your posture where it needs to be. It is the punching muscle. So obviously for any punching needs, it's a good one to strengthen. So a little review: biceps, back eye right there, triceps, those guys right there, and the serratus anterior come right underneath your armpit. And so you're going to need your cans this morning. I've got pumpkin pie, again, very seasonal, and dark kidney beans because, I don't know, I have a recipe that needs them later this week. All right, so first start, biceps, beautiful posture, ears over shoulders, shoulders back and down, shoulders over hips. I'm going to do I'm just going to lean a little bit because it's a better angle. But here we go. So I want you to imagine that you have those $100 bills tucked in your armpits, and you're just curling up and slowly curling down, all the way open. So the full range of motion for this exercise, we're going to curl it up, and we're going to slowly lower it. And I want you to feel it right through here, all right? So you should be able to put your finger on it, feel that muscle tense up, and relax all the way. So that's the full range of that muscle. So we're keeping that shoulder back, and we're curling up, and we're slowly going down. Anybody who's been throwing kids around, this is probably not going to be particularly hard with 1 pound weight. So if you want to do something heavier, get a jug of milk. A full jug of milk would be a really good, it's about 5 pounds. Or a laundry detergent jug, something that's got a little heft to it. Equal on both sides. So if you only have 1 jug, do right, switch, do left. You can make your muscles work for you even if you have a light weight. So with these, I'm contracting the muscle, slowly elongating the muscle, contracting the muscle. I know where I need to feel it, so I know what muscles I'm activating. So even though it's a low weight, I'm getting good work out of them. So winging through these, shake up my beans, is not going to get you the control you want. I'm feeling it in my pecs when I do that. I feel my shoulders coming forward. I'm not using my shoulder blade stabilizers. My posture is not good. So I'm holding myself accountable to good posture. My abdominals are tight, not like, ugh, but like, you know, contracted. My pelvic floor is lifted. My glutes are a little bit contracted. I have that beautiful postural stabilizers working for me. And then I'm just working the biceps, open and closed. And I'm feeling them fire. All right, 3 sets of 10, and you should be in good shape. Again, feel free to change your weights up however you want. Tricep work, something, a fun fact for your triceps. When they do cadaver dissections, which not for everybody, I get that, but on the older population, the tricep muscles are just hard to find. We don't do a ton of work behind our backs as we get older. We tend to get that forward flex posture where our shoulders come forward and we round over. We get that little dowager's hump, tighten the hip flexors. But from here, we don't do anything behind our backs. You're shortening that tricep, or you're elongating your tricep muscles so you don't have the full control of it. And so you don't tend to do things back here. And so you're not using your triceps, which is a really good stabilizing muscle for the shoulder. So tricep work is important through the end. Do your tricep work. We have our cans, 1 can at a time for this one because we're going to use our arm to brace ourselves so we can do that good abdominal scoop, tighten the core. Shoulder comes back for this one, all right? So we want to shorten that muscle all the way, all right? So my shoulder, my elbow, see, look at, hold on, I'm gonna line myself up with that line on the door, right? Straight in line with the door, see those little boxes? And bend. Elbow up does not move for this one. This part of my arm is stable. This is where I'm going to feel this muscle contraction, all right? Contract, slow and controlled, same thing. So you want to control it as you contract it, control it as it comes back down. All right, so this is a little eccentric bicep. You're slowly using the bicep to control it. You're slowly elongating the tricep. All right, so against gravity in a different way. There we go. We'll switch sides, show you different angles. So I'm going to brace here. This comes sort of an even line. So here we go. Pulled back. This is what it looks like from the back. All right. Tricep kick back. This is what it looks like from the front. Making that arm disappear into a line. There we go. All right. So I'm using those muscles. My core is tight. My shoulders are backing down. I'm not up into my ears. Another good reason you can use your hand to brace is because it forces to that shoulder. It forces your abdominals to contract. Your feet can be apart. Your feet can be staggered. Whatever way feels best and most comfortable on your back. All right. 3 sets 10. Comments, questions, concerns, throw them in there. But these you're feeling on the back, between your elbow and the back of your shoulder. That's where you're feeling these. And again, make it harder. These are just 1 pound weights, right? We just have our beans and our pumpkin for 1 pound weights. All right, next one, you're gonna lay on your back. This is very Halloween appropriate. These are called skull crushers. This is another tricep exercise. So tomorrow, if you do these right, even though we're just using a 1 pound weight, you're probably gonna feel your triceps. All right, my ponytail's in the way. All right, so I want your elbows tight in. All right, we're gonna come hands underneath our can, okay? And we're gonna bend and we're gonna straighten. All right, so I want your shoulders backing down. I want your feet bent so your heels are driving in. You've got that little posterior pelvic tilt. We're getting a total body workout here. So you're bracing your core, you're scooping your pelvic floor, your shoulders are backing down, down and up. You can hold it on the ends if you want, if you think it's gonna slip off and give you a little forehead dent, not what we're looking for. I'm gonna hold it on the end for that exact reason. All right? And then straight. So this comes in a straight line. When we're here, we're in a straight line, firing the triceps. Again, you should be able to poke it. It feels like a bruise. It's a muscle that's working right now. Not so much tight. All right? Slow and controlled. And I want you to keep your elbows by your sides. All right? So you're keeping yourself tight into your body. Imaginary $100 bills in your armpits. You don't want to drop them. Shopping money for later. And then straight. And then straight. Good. There you go. And again, keep that low back flat. Abdominals tight. Butt a little tight. Pelvic floor lifted. Keep breathing. If you forget to breathe, you got bigger problems, right? Family's going to find you on the floor with a dented can in your forehead and pumpkin pie filling all over the floor. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. All right, so those are our first 3. We've got bicep curls, which if you are not feeling the bicep curls in sitting and you want to do it sort of in this angle, if this angle feels like it's better for you, it's just working the muscle in a different angle. So you might feel a little bit more in your shoulder. You might get a little bit more fatigue in a different area. Grabbing that can helps activate your rotator cuff muscles to keep it in your shoulder socket better. So that's good. And same with triceps. So you can come here, you can move your elbow back. You can straighten your arm here. If this is the way that feels most comfortable for your body, knees bent a little bit, pelvis lined up. Again, my hips are stacked. I'm not forward, I am not back, I'm not open, I'm not closed. I'm just aligned and rested. If this, oh jeez. I'm just denting my can, just a little botulism for your morning. And feel free to do it this way. Find a way that doesn't hurt that gets the right muscles firing. And that's the way it works for you. And if you need help with that, send me a message. We will work it out and figure out the thing that works best for you. Okay, last one for this morning is a serratus punch. This is one of my favorites. This is a really good boxing muscle. So when you see those boxers and they punch really, really fast, they pull it out, pull it in. That serratus is the one that's working for them. So you're going to line up your shoulder into the socket, straight line up, shoulder to wrist. You get your can, you're grabbing your can because you're activating those rotator cuff muscles, and you're pushing away from you. And then you're pulling back down into the socket. Push and pull. Think of your arm like a saw. So if you want to do this with two cans, sorry, it's awful. Not two cans. No birds were harmed in these exercises. Scoop the core, little posterior pelvic tilt, lift the pelvic floor as you do these exercises. A little tension in your glutes, shoulders back and down, ears away from your shoulders. There's no ocean to be heard. Push them up, pull them back. Push them up, pull them back. All right? And if you can do that while keeping your low back stable, and this is not an elbow exercise, this is a shoulder exercise. All right? We're working the muscles underneath the armpit. All right? And here we go. The more weight you have for this one, the more you're going to feel it, but I don't want you to overdo it. So the first time you do it with a light weight. Just do your 1 pound weights. As you gain confidence in the skill, so if you do 3 sets of 10, you're like, oh, I do feel that there. Once you know where the muscles are that you're supposed to feel it, then you can up your weight a little bit, up your resistance. That's all I got. Keep your low back stable and flat so that this is not straining anything except the muscles that we should. There you go. Someday we'll make a pie with that. There you go. All right, so more shoulder muscles. So we've got our rotator cuff exercises. Now we have some biceps and triceps. The biceps, I want you to make sure that you're really keeping that beautiful posture, ears over shoulders. Ooh, excuse me. Because if we come forward, you're shortening your pecs and you're shortening that short bicep head, and you're just reinforcing that front shoulder. This is why I want that beautiful posture. I really want you open so that we're opening. Sorry, I went out to the side there because my table's here. We're really opening up that full muscle. We're using all of those good postural stabilizers. Our shoulders are in line with our ears. Everybody's good. Not here. If you can drop your hands down from your ears, and I realize like that was exaggerated, but think about like this is the posture that we're usually in, right? Like we have like the shoulders come forward a little bit, the head comes forward a little bit. We have that like extra loop in our back, a little sway back. We're hanging on those hip flexors. If I can pull on my ears and not hit my shoulders, then my posture is probably not good, right? So if I can pull on my ears and come right into my shoulders, this right here, as opposed to if I go to that like comfortable desk position, if I'm dropping my thumbs down, I'm hitting my collarbones. If I'm dropping my thumbs down here, I'm hitting the top of my bra line, my straps. And my straps hopefully aren't on my collarbones because we have a problem if they are. Yeah, keep up the good work. Keep doing those. Get stronger. Do them every day. And I'll see you on Friday. I hope you guys have a good Wednesday. Bye.